Hello and welcome to this introductory tutorial for PubMed. In this tutorial, you will gain a better understanding of the scope and content of PubMed, be able to perform a basic search, understand how mesh vocabulary is used to describe and retrieve citations, and become familiar with some of PubMed's special features such as single citation matcher, similar articles, MyNCBI, and more. Let's start off by learning a little more about PubMed. The National Library of Medicine, or NLM, has been indexing biomedical literature since 1879. Back then, everything was indexed in a print book called the Index Medicus. But as technology changed, journals started being indexed in a database called Medline. Medline is the NLM's journal citation database, which contains citations and abstracts for life sciences literature with an emphasis on biomedicine. Medline has over 20 million journal articles for about 5,600 scholarly journals published worldwide. Medline covers from the 1940s to the present, with the occasional older material. Since 1996, you can access Medline online for free through PubMed. PubMed contains over 24 million citations from Medline, plus in-process citations, citations supplied ahead of print by publishers, out-of-scope citations for things such as book reviews, and citations for most of the books on the NCBI bookshelf. PubMed is primarily biomedicine, including medicine, nursing, dentistry, veterinary medicine, general healthcare systems, and preclinical sciences. It also contains life sciences articles such as biology, environmental sciences, marine biology, plant and animal sciences, biophysics, and chemistry. To access PubMed, go to the library's website at library.pnwu.edu and then select PubMed at PNWU from the quick links on the right. You can also find PubMed under Databases, or under Articles. If you're logging in from off campus, you'll need to log in with your PNWU username and password. This link is customized to show you links to PNWU's online journal subscriptions, as well as alert you if the library has a copy of the print journal. You're now looking at the PubMed home screen. This is a drop-down database selection menu that allows you to choose which database you're going to search. For this, we're going to focus on PubMed, Mesh, and PubMed Central. This is the search box for entering terms. This is where you would sign in to your NCBI account. We'll talk more about this later. And here in the center are guided search and query tools. Again, we'll talk more about these later. For now, let's try entering a basic search for hypertension. You can see all of the results in the middle with the title, authors, and the journal citations. You can also change the display settings at the top to display summaries or abstracts, or to sort articles by best match instead of most relevant. Clicking on the title of an article will pull up a view with the abstract, keywords used, any available images, and links to full text. There are 3 ways to get full text articles. First, some journals may choose to make their articles freely available on the website. Secondly, the publisher may have deposited the article in PubMed Central. PubMed Central is much the same as PubMed, except it's composed entirely of free resources. If you want to search PubMed Central directly, you can choose it from the drop-down menu at the top. PMC stands for PubMed Central. Third, you can get access to the article if you or your library has purchased it. Those green and blue images will show you what articles PNWU has access to. If you'd like to get a copy of an article and it isn't available online for free, you can use the NLM's Lonesome Doc ordering system. This is a service that allows libraries to loan copies of articles to one another. For more information, you can see the Interlibrary Loan and Document Delivery section on the PNWU library website, or you can just ask library staff. If you aren't able to find what you're looking for, or conversely, if you have too many results, you can use the filters column on the left side of the page to filter by article type, publication date, species, and more. You can select more than one filter in a category, for example, selecting English and German from languages, and you can also select filters for multiple categories, for example, published within the last 5 years, and clinical trials only. If you want to clear all filters, click Clear All at the bottom. You can also use Booleans to search. PubMed accepts and, or, and not. Note that your Booleans must be in uppercase, and you can also use parentheses around terms. Let's explore how these work in more detail. And will return articles with both terms, or will return articles with either term. Not will return articles with only one term. Be careful using not since you might eliminate relevant results. In PubMed, Boolean operators are processed left to right. That means that a search of salmonella and hamburgers or eggs will retrieve records that have salmonella and hamburgers, as well as all results that have eggs, regardless of whether or not it has salmonella or hamburgers. Parentheses can help you change the order of this search to get what you want. To build a more focused PubMed query, you can try using MESH. MESH stands for Medical, Subject, Headings. These are controlled vocabulary terms that are used to describe journal articles. Understanding MESH is important because it allows you to understand how to find articles. NLM indexers read articles and assign MESH terms to them. If there's no specific term for a concept, the indexer uses the closest general term. Indexers can also assign subheadings to a MESH term, as well as the characteristics of the group being studied, such as age, gender, or ethnicity, and the publication type, such as clinical, trial, or editorial. MESH terms that reflect the major points of an article are marked with an asterisk. MESH terms also have a hierarchical structure from broad to specific. Here you can see an example of the hierarchy for the MESH term face. Notice how the narrower terms are indented under the broader term. If PubMed searches a MESH term, it will automatically include all of these narrower terms in the search. This is called automatic explosion. The benefit of searching with MESH is that you'll get more precise results, and that MESH terms will account for synonyms or alternate spellings, such as heart attack and myocardial infarction. You can either start with a keyword search and see what PubMed matches your term to in this box on the right-hand side of the page, or you can search MESH directly, find a term, add subheadings, and then search PubMed. There may still be times when you don't want to search with a keyword. For example, MESH is not available for citations from before 1945, in-process citations, or for citations supplied ahead of print. Comprehensive searching may require a combination of both MESH searching and keyword searching to find all relevant articles. Any keyword entered into the PubMed search box without a tag like author or MESH are matched first against MESH subjects, then against journal titles, and lastly against authors. These terms are also searched in all fields. If PubMed still doesn't find any matches, then it breaks the search term apart and searches each piece against these indexes again. For example, let's look at a search of indigestion abdominal pain. Here you can see that the search was automatically translated into dyspepsia, a MESH term, as well as abdominal pain, which is also a MESH term. You can also see that the queries were searched in all fields. Now let's review some of PubMed's special features, such as single citation matcher. If you need help finding a known journal article when you don't have all the information, you can try using single citation matcher to find more information. If you find a relevant article and you'd like to see more results that match that article, you can either use the Similar Articles feature underneath the citation if you're searching from the main page, or to the right of the abstract to see citations with similar indexing. PubMed Clinical Queries on the homepage will help you find evidence-based practiced articles. These are specialized searches intended for clinicians to limit retrieval to articles that report research conducted with specific methodologies. Once a search is finished, you can apply further filters to narrow your search even further. If you want to save citations but keep searching, the Send to Clipboard option lets you keep up to 500 records for 8 hours. Simply click the box next to the citation you want to keep, use Send to select Clipboard, and then select Add to Clipboard. You can then click on the clipboard to view and manage your location. If you want to save your citations for longer, select automatic filters, or save search strategies, you can create a My NCBI account. Do this by clicking on the sign in button and then selecting register. After you create an account, you can save your search indefinitely. Select which articles you would like to save, or select none to save the first 1,000. Then select Send To and Collection. You can then name your collection and send it to others. If you need any additional help, you can always stop by the PNWU library, call us at 509-249-7745, or email us at library@pnwu.edu. If you'd like a more in-depth tutorial, you can also check out the link in the description. Happy searching!